Hey guys, welcome back to Bump in the Mic, where we cover everything paranormal, supernatural, and downright weird. Um, we are continuing the series America the Haunted, and I believe the next episode is out of Arizona, and I think Gregory has it for us.
That's right, out of Jerome, Arizona. Now, this is one of the more famous haunted places in Arizona. In fact, there was an episode of Ghost Adventures on the Travel Channel back in 2011 that covered this place. Um, so it's pretty well known. So it being one of the more haunted places in Arizona, we can't help but to talk about it, right? So perched high on the Cleopatra Hill in the old mining town of Jerome, Arizona, sits one of the state's most notorious haunted landmarks. It was once a hospital, now a hotel, and its halls have apparently just been echoed with pain, death, and if the stories are to be believed, restless spirits. So tonight we're going to step into the Jerome Grand Hotel in Jerome, Arizona. I have a photo of the hotel to throw up here, just so we can get our bearings and see where we're at. This is a recent photo I pulled off of Wikipedia of the building itself. Again, used to be a hospital, now a hotel.
Wow, that's
It
awesome.
looks
I'm excited to hear about it. And if you guys actually are from Arizona, or if you're familiar with this, let us know because we've never actually been there ourselves, right?
No, I certainly never have. Haven't spent a whole lot of time in Arizona at all. Like traveling through, like I stopped in Prescott for a couple days, but never been around Jerome. And I would love to hear from you guys if you're from Jerome or from that area and you have your own personal stories or just have heard of Jerome. Let us know in the comments or shoot us an email in the description below. We'd love to hear from you as always. I understand that the background of this place, it was originally built in 1926 as the United Verde Hospital. It was funded by a big copper magnate there by the name of James Douglas. Um, in its peak in the 20s going into the 30s, it was Jerome was a huge mining town. So this hospital served all of the miners and townsfolk there in Jerome. And it was actually one of the richest copper mining towns in America.
Hmm.
Um, at one point, Jerome itself was nicknamed the wickedest town in the West due to the lawlessness and the saloons and the brothels that were there.
It's an
So,
interesting name.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, right.
that's pretty. It's pretty wild claim.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, coming out of the Wild West, I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty bold, right? But yeah, 1926, this place was state of the art for the time, right? It was fireproof, it had steam heat, and they installed a 30-ton Otis elevator, which is still in service today, actually.
Oh wow.
Um,
Wait. So they installed it in like the 1800s?
no, 1926 is when the
1926. That's
hotel
still
was or
pretty
the
impressive.
hospital was built. Yeah, and it had this giant 30-ton elevator in it that's still working today.
Wow.
But by the 1950s, the mining industry in Jerome collapsed. The town shrank and the hospital shut down. Okay. That building sat abandoned until it reopened as the Jerome Grand Hotel in 1996, which is what it's named today.
Hmm.
But the locals now just call it the most haunted building in Arizona. Okay.
Wow.
So, in a couple of the reported incidents or sightings and things there, the most benign of which is that giant 30-ton elevator is said to move on its own, often stopping at wrong floors with like nobody in it. People will be walking down the hallway and this giant elevator just opens up, nobody in it, and it closes, and then it moves on to a different floor.
Like maybe somebody got out, you just didn't see them, but
Right, exactly.
yeah.
In 1935, there was a record of a worker in the hospital at the time by the name of Claude Harvey who was found dead in the basement, pinned underneath the elevator. Um, Many guests to this day still hear him roaming around in the mechanical areas, or they hear somebody roaming around, and it's attributed to him since he died down there, crushed by this giant elevator.
Hmm.
And the elevator's moving on its own. Like, is there a spirit at work there? Is it malicious? Like, what's the deal? If you're
Hmm.
ever staying in Jerome, Arizona, and stay in that hotel, just maybe use the stairs. There's been sightings of apparitions of nurses in like white hospital scrubs from back in the day, right? That are seen walking the upper hallways. Guests can hear gurney wheels creaking in the hallways at night. They can hear cries of pain as if it's still a working hospital.
Wow.
Um, and keep in mind, this building was abandoned from the 1950s until 1996. Like, it was nothing before it was the hotel. So it's not
That's a
used for
long
anything
time.
else today. Yeah, for sure, 100%. Um, the people report the sound of children laughing and playing in the hallway when no children are checked into the hotel, or somebody will pop their head out and there's nobody around.
Wow.
Um, and then there's like room number 32, which is like the haunted room. It's the hotel's most requested room. Um, there's been paranormal investigators that have checked into that room and recorded like EVPs, cold spots, and unexplained shadows. I can't find anything indicating why that room in particular is haunted, but that's apparently where most of the experiences that people are having emanate from, is when they're staying in that room. So it's similar to the Stanley Hotel in Colorado, in that people now go to stay there because it's haunted and they want the experience. It's not my kind of people, and it's not me. But it's a thing. I get it. Like, a little known fact, right? I love talking about this stuff. I love exploring the stories, the histories, the folklore, the cryptids. Like, I love that. It terrifies me in person. I can't stand it. I am the scaredest little bitch. But if I'm sitting here on a camera talking about it, it's fine.
Right, but that's why I've been telling everybody we need to get the subscribers up. We need to get their help to convince you to come out on some of these jaunts with me.
I'm not staying in room 32. I'm not staying in the Jerome Grand Hotel. Okay. We'll talk about it. You let me know how your stay there is when you go. I would love to chat with you about it. But
Yeah,
that doesn't
we'll,
even
we'll see.
that's
See how
not
it goes.
that's not all the experiences either, right? It continues. The list goes on. There's
Mhm.
visitors today that report being shaken awake by invisible hands. Some people wake to see dark figures standing at the end of their bed or looming over them. On the Travel Channel Ghost Adventure series, they had recorded phrases on their EVP that say, like, "Get out" and "Help me." Like, you can watch that episode again. It was a 2011 episode of Ghost Adventures. Like, that was
Wow.
on there.
Hmm.
Former employees report hearing call bells ringing from empty rooms, like the old bells on the side of hospital rooms that, by the way, don't exist. They got rid of those, but they
Oh,
still hear them.
okay.
Yeah. Um, so it's just, it seems like this hotel stands as both a monument to Arizona's past and a reminder that history sometimes refuses to rest quietly.
Hmm.
So whether you're a skeptic or a believer, one night here may leave you with more questions than answers, it would seem.
That's awesome.
So,
And I always love to investigate stuff like this, but for sure, if you guys know anything else about this, or if you guys have stories, let us know, because firsthand accounts are always
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, but we can talk about and read about these things as much as we want, right? But hearing from someone that's actually experiencing, that's always the best, right? Because we want to pick your brains,
Mhm.
we want to dive into these stories and see what you found. If you're from Jerome or that area, let me know if I'm way off base here. Let me know if the stories are just plain wrong, and this is the nicest hotel in the land, right? Something tells me, based on the history, it's probably not going to go that way. But let me know.
But yeah, if you've been there, whether you experienced something or not, let us know, because we like we hear about these things, but we would love to hear a firsthand account. So we're looking forward to hearing from you guys if you've experienced it. If not, you guys can also send us anything else you've experienced. So we love hearing stories about this stuff.
And if there's a more haunted place in Arizona, let us know too. We can do a second episode. Not that big of a deal. But this is just, our foray into Arizona for our America the Haunted series. If you like these videos and want to see more of them, we're doing one for every state. We might do two for every state if you guys get mad and say this place is way more haunted than that place you talked about. I'm happy to come in here and talk about it. I know Clyde is too. But we're just going down the list of states alphabetically. So if Arizona is your state, drop us a comment. Let us know what you think. Otherwise, stay tuned and we'll catch you next time.
And one more thing to add: if we haven't done your state yet, you can save us a little bit of research time. If you have the most haunted place or the most haunted story from your state, just send it right on over to us. We would
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
That'd be great. And if you want to, we could even bring you on just chat about it. You know, it doesn't have to be video. We can just do an audio or whatever. But we want your guys' engagement because this is a community that we're building for you guys. It's fun for us, but we'd love to hear from you guys as well. Your comments, your likes, everything, your emails, they're awesome. So hit us up. We'd really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And Gregory, thanks for the story. That was awesome.
Yeah, of course. We'll see you guys later.